Pop music is just everywhere. It's the background to our commutes, our workouts, our lives. And we usually think of it as simple, right? Catchy, fun, but maybe not that deep. But what if that's all just a clever disguise? What if I told you that hit songs have a secret language, a hidden grammar that your brain already speaks fluently? I mean, that's the common wisdom, isn't it? That pop music is just four chords on a loop, designed to be catchy for a minute and then forgotten. But is that really all there is to it? Or is there something way more sophisticated going on right under our noses?
Because here's the secret. It absolutely does have its own unique language. And the wildest part is that you are already an expert. You didn't need a textbook. You've been learning this language your whole life just by listening. So today, we're going to pull back the curtain and see how it all works.
Okay, so to get a handle on the new rules of pop, we first got to take a quick trip back in time and look at the old rules. The rules that pop music didn't just break, but completely rewrote. And that brings us to the world of classical music.
Now, the foundation of classical harmony is something theorists call teleological. I know it's a mouthful, but the idea is actually super simple. It just means the music is goal-oriented. It's built to take you on a journey that has a very clear, very final destination. I want you to picture it like a train journey. It starts at point A, and the entire purpose of the trip is to get to point B. Every chord, every melody is like another mile of track, pushing forward, building tension and anticipation for that big, satisfying arrival at the final station. The whole point is getting to the end. So if classical music is a train heading for a final stop, what's pop music? Well, pop basically looked at that train, said no thanks, and decided to build something else entirely. It wasn't about the destination anymore. It was about creating a whole new system, a new syntax built around a totally different shape. The source material really nails it here, describing this huge shift as moving from a linear ideal to a circular one. It's not about getting somewhere anymore. It's about creating a vibe, a feeling, a groove that you can just live inside. So let's put them side by side. You've got classical music, that direct train journey. It's all about the destination. Then you have modern pop, which is much more like a scenic loop. The fun isn't in arriving somewhere new. The fun is in the journey itself, going around and again, noticing little details each time. It's all about the process, not the goal. And this didn't just happen in a bubble. This musical revolution really kicked off in the 1960s, which, surprise, surprise, was happening at the exact same time as this huge cultural shift into the postmodern era. People were questioning those big, straight-line stories, and the music reflected that. A whole new pop syntax was born from it. Okay, so pop music has this secret language of loops and circles, but how did we all get so good at it? How did we become fluent? Well, the answer is inside the most powerful musical instrument on the planet, your brain. I'm serious. Your brain is an absolute genius when it comes to music. It's been working behind the scenes your entire life, cracking the code of pop music without you even noticing. You've become a master just by listening. And it all boils down to a couple of really cool cognitive tricks. First up is something called statistical learning. Just think of your brain as this incredible pattern-finding machine. Every single time you listen to a song, it's quietly logging data. Which chords usually follow other chords? What beat comes next? It's unconsciously learning the grammar and probabilities of pop. So what does your brain do with all that data? It builds these mental rulebooks, or what scientists call schema. These are like your brain's own internal maps for how a pop song is supposed to go. It's that feeling you get, that gut instinct that the chorus is about to drop. That's your schema acting like an internal DJ, predicting the next move. And this whole game of expectation is what makes pop so darn addictive. Music psychologist David Huron has a theory for it called ITPRA. Basically, your brain is always trying to predict what's coming next in the song. And when that chorus hits exactly where your brain knew it would, you get a tiny reward, a little hit of dopamine. That feeling, that's catchiness. It's the pure pleasure of your brain being right. So we've got the straight line of classical music, and we've got the circular loop of pop. We also have this brain of ours that is just wired to love the predictability of that loop. But what happens when you put it all together? Well, that, my friends, is the real genius of a hit song. This is the big reveal. The music, the chords, the beat, that's all circular. It repeats. But the lyrics? They tell a story that moves forward. It's linear. So what happens when you wrap a straight line around a circle over and over? You don't get a circle, you get a spiral.
And you see this spiral in almost every pop song. The verse pushes the story forward. Then the chorus brings you back to that central emotional theme. But when that chorus comes around the second time, it feels different, right? It feels deeper, because the story from the second verse has given it new meaning. The song is spiraling downward, and it's taking you with it.
So the next time you've got a pop song stuck in your head, remember what's really going on. You're not just listening to a dumb, simple loop. You're actually on this incredibly sophisticated journey, a journey down an ever-deepening musical spiral.
And that kind of leaves you wondering, doesn't it? The language of music has already evolved from the line to the spiral. So with technology and culture changing faster than ever, what new shapes, what new grammars will the music of the future start teaching our brains to speak next?